Hello and welcome to another episode on my channel. Grab something to drink and let's get started. Whoa, it has been a long time since I last made a video about my progress on the game. In the two previous videos I uploaded on the channel, I showed you how I made my thumbnails and updated them because previously they were quite ugly. They look quite nice now. You should check out those videos to have an idea of how I make my thumbnails. It has been about 1 month almost since I last made an update video. And in the previous video I told you that I will be remaking the inventory system, and I actually managed to progress quite a lot with my game, so I do have a lot of interesting things to show you and a lot of interesting things to talk about. So let's start with the first thing that I modified since the previous video. Before, I couldn't add different items to my inventory, so the inventory could only hold weapons in it, and that was a bit of a problem because I really wanted to make an inventory like system in the mine as well. But in the mine, the main thing you could find there were resources, and also I do have some plans to add other types of items there as well, but those wouldn't be weapons, so I really needed to remake my inventory system so that it could hold other types of items as well, and even stack some of those items like the resources, because it would be nice to have stacks of iron and stacks of wood maybe that you could gather. I spent quite a lot of time remaking the inventory because it was quite poorly made. I didn't take into account extending the inventory, so I didn't write it in such a way. That was a big mistake from my part, but I managed to fix it, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. Now you can actually stack items and add any kind of items in it. Currently the only items that I'm storing in the shop are still the weapons, so nothing changed there, but I've also implemented the inventory in the mine, where currently the only items you can have in the mine are the resources that you gather on your mining session. With this new way of storing my items in the inventory, I've also made it easier for myself to update the save system. Of course it needed some small modifications so it could save other types of things as well, but now it is actually working really nicely. It also saves the quest that you previously had in your shop and didn't get saved from one day to another, and the resources and the weapons in your inventory also get saved as expected. After finishing with this, I kind of went into an idea crisis, even though I have plenty of ideas and things that I want to make and implement into a game. For a few days everything seemed like it's very difficult to implement, and they seemed like daunting tasks, and I didn't know where to start. It was really weird, but I decided that I will write down one feature at a time and I would split it on very small tasks, and that way I actually managed to get over this weird feeling that I couldn't progress anymore, and I started working on the new features. But before that, I gave the game to the first playtester I had for my game. That was one of my friends. Sadly, I forgot to record the session, although I really wanted to because it was a lot of fun. But with that, I actually managed to find out a lot of issues I had with my interface because it wasn't showing enough information. Because I've been using the console log for logging a lot of information for myself, I didn't even think about a lot of things that I missed and I didn't show to the user. But thanks to this playtest, I noted these down, I have them in a list, And over time, I started implementing these issues one by one. I didn't expect the playtest to be so successful, but because of its success, I am looking forward to also expanding on this playtest and giving it to more people. I mean, giving the game to more people, because it was really helpful. I mean, the feedback I got was the best I could actually ask for at this stage. So yeah. Okay, so where was I? Yeah, about splitting the ideas. The big idea that I went for to implement is the different types of customers and their different types of requests. So what I wanted is to have not only one types of customers currently represented by the blue blobs that come to your shop and request random items from you. I wanted to have specific types of customers like archers or I don't know, warriors or mages that come to your shop and you know what to expect from them. For example, an archer, if an archer comes to your shop, you expect him to buy a bow from you, for example. And because of this, I first wanted to implement different colored blobs currently that would represent the different types of characters. After I had all this done, I just copied the animation controller from the blue blob to my other characters, and it went really fast to implement them. But the fun part came afterwards. All these characters, I figured out that they needed some kind of statistics, some stats. Like I wanted to save all their information related to their specialization and their weapon interests in one way or another. The way I got to do this was through scriptable objects again. I went for scriptable objects because all these information were supposed to be very easily modified from outside the game, and afterwards, after I had one character set up, I would load it into another script that handles the storage of this information, and later on it will handle the modifications of this information, because I'm planning to have some kind of talent trees or somehow want to influence the customers to make them want to buy maybe other types of items than the ones they wanted to buy when they entered the shop. So I need those stats to be modified later on. With the new customer types implemented, now you could choose what kind of items you wanted to make, maybe specialize on one type of item. Of course, currently there's no benefits to that. That way you could choose to only serve archers or maybe only serve mages and make items for them. And with this, I have pretty much got to the end of this video. Even though I promised many more features, I do have them, as you might have noticed in some of the clips I rolled in this video, but the features would increase the size of this video and I don't want to drag it on for too long, and I think this is the perfect time to end. Also, because the end of this year is coming really soon, I don't know if I will have time to make more videos this year. Maybe I will be able to make a rather short one in 1 or maybe 2 weeks time, I don't know, we'll see. But I do have some interesting things to tell you in the next year. I have some ideas, so stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Check out my Instagram channel because I'm posting there more often, and don't forget to share this video if you liked it, and if not, do tell me in the comments what I should change and maybe some ideas of how to change them. Thank you, goodbye, and happy holidays.